I think school choice is the civil rights issue of the 21st century.
As if House Republicans opposed to school choice didn't have enough on their hands with Governor Greg Abbott looking to claim their political scalp, now U.S. Senator Ted Cruz is very publicly vowing a scorched earth primary vendetta against any GOP member seeking to torpedo the effort to fund private education with public dollars.
If you voted against choice, the chance of your getting my support is zero. And if there is at all a credible primary opponent running against you, I'm going to endorse that opponent, and when I do so, I don't do so gently.
Cruz reportedly putting some jack in this stretch run fight with a strategic six-figure ad buy in support of lawmakers backing choice. Panel, this is not good for the anti-voucher team, huh, Holly?
No, it's not. And Cruz has been consistent on this message. He's been a strong supporter for school choice programs for years. And he borrowed a phrase actually that was coined by a Democrat years ago. Gloria Romero out in California called it the civil rights issue of our time. And I think there's even more historical evidence for that. You know, we have more than 30 states in the United States that have a school choice program. It is proven to be successful in other states. We can look at the results in Florida, the way it improved student outcomes, not only in the students who took advantage of the programs, but also those who stayed in traditional public schools. Now you've got Cruz coming into Texas, and he did, you know, throw some weight around in the last primary, but this time he's backing it up with a big pile of money, and I think that's going to maybe get the attention of some of these lawmakers. We did see quite a few lose their primary races last term.
Sergio Lito, we're talking about $1 billion in this first rollout out of like 80, 85, 90 billion that we spend on. So that's kind of like a pilot program. Democrats are treating it like it's the camel's nose under the tent. Your thoughts here?
Yeah.
Not regular for U.S. senators to jump into state
just
politics.
like Holly mentioned, big money's coming in. It's all about money and business. It's not about education. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. The voucher program, the only way they distribute the voucher checks or whatever distribution is called cash wallet. They tend to make 5% of the $1 billion, which is $50 million. So it's a good deal. Let me tell you, if I gave you $12 and my return is $38, isn't that a good deal? So this is all about business. You have to really understand one thing. Why did a non-Texan, Jeff Yass, give Governor Abbott $12 million? What's the incentive? It's about business. It's not about education. And remember, it's not school choice. That's a misnomer. It's a voucher program taken from the poor to give to the wealthy.
Okay, however you label it, I'm guessing that Tomorrow Bell is not for it.
I have not. I have not. Let me explain this to you all. The way that you all are telling people about this program, if I was a parent and had a kid, I'd be, oh yes, my kid can go to these other amazing schools. I'm not going to say any of their names. One starts with a K, one starts with an S, and has a second word with a J. I can go to all schools. No, you can't. Okay, because your little $10,000 ain't gonna pay for the first week at all. Then what are you gonna do? In addition to that, when you go to these programs, they don't have to keep your children. Your children could have learning issues, they can have special needs, they can have all that. They can kick them out. When your child is a public school that they are zoned to, they must educate them. They have to. That is not going to happen under this program. Don't be fooled. I talked to 3 women about this yesterday at a party, and they were like, oh, I thought they covered the whole year's tuition. They do not.
Depends on which school you go to. Private School Association, $9,400 average tuition. Catholic school, K through 8, $8,400. I mean, those elite schools, yeah, that's tough, but it's only half. Bob, your thoughts here?
Well, as you touched on real briefly, it is very unusual for a federal elected official to put the finger on the scale on a state legislature issue. And so obviously this is something Senator Cruz is very passionate about and wants to see through. The timing is interesting too, because now with President Trump sticking a wooden stake in the heart of the DEA, Department of Education, the timing now, there's going to be a lot of federal money and block grants coming back to the states, and part of the intent of that is to be used for voucher type programs. So there'll be more money available for it.
Bill King finishes out here, about a minute.
So the reason this is such a safe issue is because the polling is overwhelmingly in favor of this. Across the board, bipartisan, every demographic, I mean, African American Democrats are 70–80% in favor of this program. So that's why everybody feels so comfortable getting so far out on this. The only groups that are really against it are actually some rural Republican areas where the school district's a big deal, and the people that are involved in the educational establishment. You know, look, this program exists in 30 states. I've sort of looked through those. I don't see where it's had a big impact one way or the other on any of those states, and I suspect it's going to be kind of the same thing here. But I think it's going to pass. But the reason everybody's out there so far is the Texans are overwhelmingly in favor of this.
Going to leave it there. I'm sure we'll talk about it again.